Do you know how many people...
No, shut up.
No.
Can you shut your mouth for a minute?
No.
Because I actually work in the ghetto. I see the people.
Do you know why they're in that
I
position?
see these people.
Do you understand the systematic and historical reason for why they're in that position?
All they want to do is be ghetto.
No.
Yes, they're
No. No.
Most of them just suck up the system or do something bad like drugs, gangs, but that's all they
They
do.
have been oppressed. They have not been given the same opportunities you have had. No, they don't, Dad. And you not recognizing that as an issue is the reason why it's still continuing today.
I see them all over. There's all kinds of stuff. It doesn't matter what color, brown, white.
But it's a lot harder for them to get to that
It doesn't
position.
matter what they do, they're fine. But there's always filthy animals.
You're calling people of color black animals. You're calling them animals. Are you kidding me? That's not okay. No matter what, that's not okay. No matter what, it's not okay. Racism is not okay. Why do you think that racism is okay? Your statistics they can be warped. Statistics can be warped. You want me to show you videos? Do you want me to show you videos of cops? I will do it. Because they can be warped. I'm not giving statistics right now. They can be warped. Personal experiences can't. Do I need to show you a bunch of videos of cops attacking protesters, peaceful protesters? You mean I'm informed and educated? Yes, I am. Mom, I was watching political stuff and you said to turn that off because you don't want to hear about it. That means I am educated on it and you are not. The fact that you can have that ignorance for the majority is bliss. Ignorance for the minority is destruction. Just give me the statistic. Okay. 76% of the population is white. 13% is black. If they were being killed at the exact same rate by police officers, the rate of black people being killed would be 8.9. But it's not, it's 24%. The rate of white people being killed should be about where it is. So they're being killed at a higher rate. There's more white people, meaning that the amount of people killed by cops who are white would be higher.
The reaction of the person. I'm not saying
Because they're
I'm
tired.
not saying it's
They're tired of being treated
I'm
that
not
way.
saying it's right.
Good.
But if they started teaching them that this is the world that we live in, you don't want to be killed. Why do you think your friend's father taught him that?
So that his black son doesn't end up dead like Tamir Rice.
Because he doesn't want him to grow up with a chip on his shoulder.
He doesn't want his black son to end up dead.
Exactly.
That's not okay. Why do you think that's okay?
Because
Why is it something that you're okay with? Why is it a reality that you're okay with? You are!
no, I'm not.
So stand against it! So stand against it. If you're not okay with it, so stand against it.
When the black people in the ghetto stop carrying an illegal weapon. When the black people in the ghetto stop murdering each other.
I'll start caring about cops when they stop killing black people.
I'll start caring about black people when they stop killing cops.
This is a coordinated activity happening across this nation. And so we are in a state of emergency. Black people are dying in a state of emergency. We cannot look at this as an isolated incident. The reason why buildings are burning are not just for our brother George Floyd. They're burning down because people here in Minnesota are saying to people in New York, to people in California, to people in Memphis, to people all across this nation, enough is enough. And we are not responsible for the mental illness that has been inflicted upon our people by the American government, institutions, and those people who are in positions of power. I don't give a damn if they burn down Target, because Target should be on the streets with us, calling for the justice that our people deserve. Where was AutoZone at the time when Philando Castile was shot in a car, which is what they actually represent? Where were they? So if you are not coming to the people's defense, then don't challenge us when young people and other people who are frustrated and instigated by the people you pay. You are paying instigators to be among our people out there throwing rocks, breaking windows, and burning down buildings. And so young people are responding to that. They are enraged, and there's an easy way to stop it. Arrest the cops. Charge the cops. Charge all the cops. Not just some of them, not just here in Minneapolis. Charge them in every city across America where our people are being murdered. Charge them everywhere. That's the bottom line. Charge the cops. Do your job. Do what you say this country is supposed to be about, the land of the free for all. It has not been free for black people, and we are tired. Don't talk to us about looting. Y'all are the looters. America has looted black people. America looted the Native Americans when they first came here. So looting is what you do. We learned it from you. We learned violence from you. We learned violence from you. The violence was what we learned from you. So if you want us to do better, then damn it, you do better.
Well, Skip, do you understand the original in America? One of the original reasons was riots was to scare black people and keep them in their place. Remember how they firebombed? In 1960, they were firebombing churches. If you tried to vote, Skip, back in the 60s, when you try to vote, you would have to give your name, where you live, and who you work for. That information was passed along to the KKK. They came to see you in the middle of the night, burned the cross in your yard, or burned your house down. You probably was going to lose your job when they came and told the master that you tried to register to vote. So then, you see, as Fannie Lou Hamer once said, she says, I don't get it. She said, when they were firebombing us in our churches and burning our buildings down, people forget, Skip, May 31st, 1921, the Tulsa massacre and riots, where they burned a whole black city to the ground, to ashes. What was that trying to do? To scare and to keep them in their place. That's what this is about. So where do you think blacks learned it from? Oh, because see, Skip, that's what you care about. What do you value more than life? Buildings, things, shoes, sneakers, artifacts. They say we'll burn it to the ground. If we can't have some of it, you can't have any of it either. And that's the thinking, the mind. Skip, if a man is living in hell, he doesn't care about going to hell. And that's what some blacks feel right now. This is hell right here on earth. And we want it to get better. You keep promising us for 400 years. Skip, this is what we've been asked. We've been asked to see the best of America while giving the worst of America.
So, I love and respect hearing the years of anger and frustration in your voice right now. And I told you last Tuesday, the day after this murder was committed, that this officer, Derek Chauvin, must be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. And now that I've seen new video, the other two officers who held him down from behind that I couldn't see in the first video must be charged. The fourth officer who stood by and watched this as it went on for 8 minutes and 46 seconds must be charged somehow. He must be prosecuted somehow to the full extent of the law. So I am so with you. And I do believe a lot of white eyes have been opened to this. This is different than all the others that came before. All the ones that we've talked about for years on the show, Eric Garner, Tamir Rice, Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown. I can go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And I'm tired of talking about it as you're tired of living it. Now, to the deepest issue here. What a lot of us sat most of the day yesterday and watched, certainly here in Los Angeles.
And I think all well-meaning Americans stand with the protest. It's not an isolated incident. It is a continuum of cases and situations that have been going on for decades and decades and decades. These are just chapters in a book. And the title of the book is Continuing Injustice and Inequality in America. And these are just chapters. The chapters started modern day Rodney King in Los Angeles, 1991. Abner Louima in New York, 1997. Amadou Diallo in New York, 1999. Sean Bell in New York, 2006. Oscar Grant, Oakland, California, 2009. Eric Garner, New York City, 2014. Michael Brown, Missouri, 2014. Laquan McDonald, Chicago, 2014. Freddie Gray, Baltimore, 2015. Antoine Rose, Pittsburgh, 2018. Ahmaud Arbery in Georgia, 2020. Breonna Taylor in Kentucky, 2020. George Floyd in Minneapolis, 2020. That's why the outrage. That's why the frustration and the anger. It is not about one situation. It's about the same situation happening again and again and again and again. And seeing the same thing and not learning the lesson. And then it's that happening in a broader context and a broader circumstances, which is what's going on with the coronavirus, which affects and kills more minorities than anyone else. You look around this country and you look at the people who are dying of the coronavirus, it is disproportionate African American people. And it's just a continuing injustice, and that's the frustration, and that's the protest. Nobody is sanctioning the arson and the burglary, but the protesters and the anger and the fear and the frustration, yes. And the demand is for justice. And when the prosecutor came out and said, well, there's other evidence, but I can't tell you anything more than that, that's the frustration. Injustice in the justice system. Now repugnant to the concept of America. And over and over and over again. Stand against arson, burglary, and I stand with the and I think all well-meaning Americans stand with the enough is enough. How many times do you have to see the same lesson replayed? Something is better than this. It has been better than this. And it's going to take this long to end basic discrimination.
I want to explain something simple things to some stupid motherfucker. We are like eggs. Different color from outside, but inside is same thing. Look at it. Look. Same thing. I don't understand it. Why motherfucker people is racist? Black lives matter. Now time to eat my eggs.
In some ways, as tragic as these past few weeks have been, as difficult and scary and uncertain as they've been, they've also been an incredible opportunity for people to be awakened to some of these underlying trends. And they offer an opportunity for us to all work together to tackle them, to take them on, to change it. America and make it live up to its highest ideals. I want you to know that you matter. I want you to know that your lives matter, that your dreams matter. And when I go home and I look at the faces of my daughters, Sasha and Malia, and I look at my nephews and nieces, I see limitless potential that deserves to flourish and thrive. And you should be able to learn and make mistakes and live a life of joy without having to worry about what's going to happen when you walk to the store or go for a jog or driving down the street or looking at some birds in a park.
When it comes to Africa, I'm sure many people in this audience will have made the same observations. I think we must take responsibility and accept our failures in dealing with these matters. For example, relating to what President Obasanjo has just said on the case of Boko Haram, or you can use that for many other cases. For me, when I'm watching on television and I find our leaders who should have been working together all along to address these problems that commonly affect their country, wait until they are invited to go to Europe to sit there and just it's like they are made to sit down and address their problems. Why does anybody wait for that? What image does it even give about us, about Africa? In fact, the image it gives is that we are not there to even address these problems. We are there for a photo opportunity. We are happy to sit there in Paris with the President of France and address and just talk about addressing problems. It doesn't make sense that our leaders cannot get themselves together to address problems affecting our people. It doesn't make sense. Of course, I'm saying this painfully. On the other hand, that, I look forward for the time when I can be like former presidents. I think they are more free to say things than I am. Being where they are and me being where I am. So I tend to remain with some reservations about what I have said. But I think there is that serious problem. African leaders, we don't need to be invited anywhere to go and address our problems without first inviting ourselves to come together to tell each other the actual truth that we must tell each other about our serious problems. So, I mean, again, look at the problem of South Sudan. Indeed. The first problem was about this country and the people there wanting to be independent. They got independence. Now that turned into a problem. How? So you have one war being fought, waged to be independent, then you have to fight another when you have achieved independence. Just fighting among themselves. Why? So some of these underlying root causes should and could have been addressed by the leaders there. Whatever happened, whoever was wrong, that's not the issue. It is still the responsibility of leaders. If they can't resolve the matters themselves, why not? Why not call upon neighbors to say, come and help? We have a problem. Maybe there is a problem between the president and the vice president. And if they can't resolve it, and each one thinks the one who is right and the other is wrong, and they are going to divide the army and the government and everybody else, go on either side and start fighting. But I think in between the time that starts and when it actually happens, something can be done. But it has to be leaders who work towards that and avoid the catastrophe that like we are seeing or have seen that has already happened in South Sudan. But of course, the unfortunate part is that the majority who suffer are the innocent people who have nothing to do with it. Women, children, and even women, men are innocent in that situation. So this is, I'm not giving answers program, raising more questions and adding others that have been raised. For the time being, let me stop here. Thank you.
Thank you.